The Frontline Investigate continued today to unravel the second phase of its investigative piece, captured the former Executive Secretary of Health Training Institutions, Dr. Christopher Bayer of National Democratic Congress. Meanwhile, documents obtained by the Frontline show mixed adverse findings of some misappropriation of funds during his tenure in office, including the suspicious circumstances leading to General Legal Counsel turned down the license of his law school in Sunyani. Tonight, the Frontline investigate above, name and shame, and exposed. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course this is the Frontline show tonight. We're live from this very studio here in Accra, and we're also live in Sunyani. And of course, Study FM is down tonight due to some technical challenges, and as and when it's resolved, definitely will restore the feed. We're also live on the superhighway, my CTV GH, my CTV GH on YouTube and Facebook respectively. Folks, let's get started. We see himself here. A midweek. You know, people born say papa and sana Friday weekend Frontline and so ebeba. Na me catch us and that show no Monday and I part 1 eba and then but the part 2 no so eba betum. The part 2 is about who? The same person and they can't nasem a Monday. Now, this is an individual at Ghana for we bring Munimino, and more particularly, he is a member of the National Democratic Congress. And again, he is the member of the National Democratic Congress, and he was also the Executive Secretary of the Health Training Institutions. Mubekaya said under Ministry of Health. Now, one more ya and say one more a trainee a nipa in the health sector. And many ade na a new course during the tenure in office, it be a very scary. The information we have, me nyesho se ni na ene betumi de gu ho. Kakra betumi de gu ho no, ye de be gu ho. Na yama ewiase na ehu. Folks, and then the part 2 of the Frontline investigates and Kosi, and it's still the same person, Dr. Christopher Bayer. Now tonight we would also deal with the Auditor General's report, 2017 report of some misappropriation of funds, and then also quite fast a year General Legal Counsel for and so a council and a license a bra no person will be law school, circumstances of all of that. These are all details that we have intercepted this document. Packed and I'm de guhanum. Now, midinkai eka semi tremo Monday no. But for the purposes of those of you who are perhaps maybe it's your first time or joining show no and now. And as our first time will be you as to trim our show we and name Rea. This is the Frontline show. Host Kwaku Annan and Amidi Hochame. I'm an investigative journalist. This show we, the Frontline show, is an investigative magazine show. Ya buabu no say your programming krabata hudopi. Your what you call the Ghana Speaks platform and our segment. Then you the Frontline investigate, all right? Then you the Frontline crossfire. Enche amanyo konimi enu na omai ready. Nti enche no mba betraha. The crossfire bra party see me enu the National Democratic Congress announced the new patriotic party. We be in a topic not for this month near back crossfire. The next month no another party no say you on the topic. Then no say back crossfire. The essence of Sadiwi, this particular platform way, is to create a platform for them to come and market their policies and program for you out there to be able to make an informed decision and of course an informed choice. That's all there is to it. Inti ano so nam kwan mu ba. See, so a program way it's within its 1 month period. 1 month, some week, maybe 1 month a week. Yeah. And I can't believe my eyes. Me papa bi frame no si Kwaku. Hey, na bosume ba ko pe na wo makuri mu ai beja ne oyeni eni ojata na eba oman mu sa me say o man sa na yeye no bibia na ye wo bia sa na yeye no Diego so na this particular investigation way I say nipa bi boso enyo so kra ho yes fiti Monday besi ne ebi so ebo enyo so kra especially some folks within the NDC fraternity mo bo enyo so kra ho minima do krontia midim wechi a de Kwaku mege ka kire mo no and then let me start with laughter. Monday I started on a bad note, even though those of you who know say Kwaku, all is not well with you because a great man of you, that's my best friend, who is also my father, had passed on to glory. Inti the whole of the weekend ni no Jack na me yes all right is how. And say Monday me dey buy inti Monday me ba me program eja. Womo enimnim, womo so womo enimnim eja ma me nyam announcement na adofo epe Kwaku asem ene me busu asem muni amone ebe morning ni ade me buy na me be me program na amanfo abetro to Facebook hey entiase just bi ntiase womo tiase kra enyi womo so womo ntiase ene ye one womo tiase nso a enyi yi na womo ntiase na asem na gina so die ben pa nti na be se Kwaku Annan ese wo ka NDC asem ntiase wo hwe message ye bi egugu e bi esrepa. I have to approach this with a sober thing so that I'll avoid that ballistic approach. Maybe say was more in the end is here come as menye. Into what the anawadrian was say jama me group chairman or shada kofa me betra say Kwaku bra no he's a reasonable man and the entire management they believe in the corporate Ghana. All right, the management of this network, they believe in the corporate they believe in the corporate Ghana. They believe in a sense of direction. And they believe one thing, that with or without this your MPP ni NDC asemi, we people with some level of integrity who have lived up to a certain period of their age, knowing say one day will be gone and Ghana will be there. 2, they own businesses in this country. They own what? Businesses. As our businesses way. As I saw mutumi bohu buying again, with or without politics. And do visa we be a TV station, radio station, ne de anaso be kwa kofa presenters be abetratra ho koye ade we see atia so and so. Now, you think that it will not lead to the business being collapsed or business may be a no better. No. Or shada kofo be abetratra so brabesa damage we say how? No. Because the television station, the radio stations are serving the mass of the people all over the places. How would you know the man in his bedroom, the man in his kitchen, or the woman at the market? How would you know? So you're NDC or MPP. But that individual need a results. Now, my main one step ahead, Bill. Currently, if I am not the first, maybe. Enemy breaking news, ma'am say. But me breaking a crime, some better if you deal with it. Oh, me, I'm a channel, no so. This was before December. Na me catch Ghana for say, mudi esum ebedi bronya no. I think I did it on my own network, the Hawk TV. And I'm a cancer, and the program is still there. Because then I have intercepted a lot of documents in the many ade. And I said, me be refia ya me san be catch Ghana for say. Mamo nyamadwene say the first erratic power supply no is about say be a transformers be na access and many ade. Me see su dua de Ghana for say bam. One share program way. No, my share a follow program way right from the beginning. Besi and na me na mo kasa na juwe enim dia make se Kwaku mentwatro ana me buy na me catch them straight up. Me say, hey guys, folks, beware. Dum somu eni ejina sisi into obia moaboa no asma me kan no. Have I lied? And then me na mo ka say the PURC, the Public Utility Regulatory for one mo share ECG for kutu pa den. So omo fa timetable nemra ni yehu times a ye be den ye de be hwe se mo amwo the east, the south, the north and the west ye be ma ye nya timetable iranom asemi nye ne kuranie nye ne da hoyi. But I still speak to you at this night way still to tell you say ECG for Emfa PURC for some Emfa nye adwuma. Yet the whole country, is going through this erratic power supply. As Menemoka say, there are places in the capital, many places in the capital. As of the time I mean me free fee. Now esumu fee. So a lot of people tonight may not even be able to watch the show. Bebre omu phones ako off. Yes. And the when we say eba na say ya efie no a light edundum omu nanam. Obekwa akoye exercise ahwe say hwanem no me MPP for na hwanem no me NDC for na enso power emfem omu ana. The answer is no. And the when we be o man yeko, how would you it comes so unfathomable, stupendous to still believe that Ghana, after 31 years into your so-called independence, you are still thriving in darkness in your pursuit of development, in anything that you have to do in order to get results. You are doing it in darkness. Ironically. So the question is, who is thinking? When you are in a room and about 10 people, each one is talking, it obviously means that one person is making sense. Because you can only listen to one person at a time. One person is making sense. Now guess what? Every morning, all over the radios, television, social media, bunch, avalanche of talking. This. And see, imagine say baby a light call off ni nana. Yankwa say NDC for na one MPP for no more. Na yaso MPP for the mom and I said then I want you to reason a bit. Raise the bar. I want you to raise the bar. I want you to think outside the box. And I want you to do your things like you are a human being. Not just because you are keke. You are bra, you are no sebi. You signed the nyansa eka wutin huma. Odi abe wiase. And then penifo because you say you school mu ko emu nyansa po. And you want nyansa po nso and also Yewa with their baby. The two are not the same, but when you're careful, you misconstrue the interpretations of both. Well, folks, Monfanche say ye corner kakran. And many of you do know that yes, Kwaku, I'm bereaved. Of course, my old man, my dad, and of course my best friend as well has passed on. I'm in my state of mourning. Mumfanche, maybe I'm moving notice, you know, Mumfanche, but still the fire is on. Ijani tuyaso. And I greet all my siblings. My dad, Nemaye, you have 5 boys, 1 girl, and some girls being so off the guard. 5 boys, strong guys. Who, my greetings to all my brothers, my siblings out there, air call, all of you, Michiamwati, for the great stuff all of you are doing for us to give the old man a very befitting burial. And to folks, we are here. The weekend, saying the midweek frontline. Na me de brown. Me be so enyomene gusu ama. Na ye ka say Sunyane FM for apeki the feed. Tadi tonight is down. We hope that they will restore network pretty shortly, and then they will join us. Tonight, the Frontline investigates. Investigate what? Dr. Christopher Bayre once was the executive secretary of health training institutions. And yebekana samachru. Na me ka sembi su chiremon Monday ni say on the front line going forward no. Ye political parties in mo apeke personalities are one mo pe kwan bi ewura amanyokuo num no ma climb up to the ladder, but these individuals still are with some questionable characteristics. Mbeso mo kata mo hoso dem kan want ma say say me Kwaku a me kuta me questionable characteristics bi a me mpese ni pe bia be hu nti say American ma me twamfo ni ye nkyerɛ say won say on my way ever since say politician bi nya problem a the only way and the means up say politician either so be nya no ho atete adwane akono is when the media also joins that bench wagon. Say ye nya ade na amanyosem nti o ye NDC ni na say o man ye hwe ne expose no ye punish no or ye MPP ni esese ye hwe ne ye punish no na boni die no wo mu twa so no there be no mu na ye bra no abehya amanyokuo nechi. So long as obetimi nya amanyokuo nechi akohye breo no na amanyokuo no so empenimfo no communicators no the leading members no mu na asori agina, then they start to defend this individual. As long as Umbe start then the case, MPP, NDC, the case loses its value. It loses its propensity to an end. That's that political demagoguery, and we don't care. NDC, MPP, then you know what? The sad part of it is also said, then the media, reasonable journalists, anapa, ewia anadro ni na ye diechire ni ehuja no. We do not see how we separate the wheat from the chaff. Take the person individual fanisi ho na ma de wo ye ni nadi mfa nkosha amanyokuo no. So NDC for they say yeah, and that's how we do our politics. The media is part of this. We also join the field and we don't care, and that's how we do it. So Monday, when we were naming and shaming and exposing this individual, my only caution that's underlined, or if you like, making the NDC being part of this is the fact that Okoye executive secretary our health training institutions on the ticket of the NDC, and so on the basis of this, the NDC is captured here in that picture. However, I again have to sign a word of caution to the NDC. You don't join and say NDC for there, say sebi. No. That's not what I want to do. There. As soon as when you are attacking the president, zero down. The president no kuta party or share party. You have to know the differences of this. Na ye na sa no ni ye expose ni omenegu no obi boso nyo sokora. Na me obu so obu no so nya wokra na me mehwe. Because muna mo person mo extremism, that fundamentalist. You are extremists and a more sincere fundamentalist, and your stupidity is still can't even allow you. Your foolishness cannot allow you to sit to decipher that hey, I'm a Ghanaian first. In the MPP knew what that said, NDC knew what that said, I must remain as a Ghanaian. Muntiasi. Then Muntiasi, Kotana Gata, maybe I may catch him. I had a catch them. This show is not for the weak. This show is for the strong. Yeah. It's not for the weary. And the point is that I will not, may not, and cannot countenance the deepest crack. Kwaku, my research who say, hey, your how can say no jaya gun, you know, or my son will be descending to the gutter, say, Uncle that gutter, me menko. Me no unko. No. Memo who sabi. Say what abua drinking a daughter, memo who's abua drinking a daughter. Change. You change fine. When changing out person will behave as an animal. I'll let you know, say you are behaving as an animal, and I leave it there. Well, folks, Ghana Speaks up next. But before the Ghana Speaks, Shannon so say expose kesiye pa enam kwan so. A expose benyam. A top secret blueprint uncovered the roadmap to the downquest hegemony in Ghana. Indeed, the blueprints would also reveal the dark secrets of conglomeration of roadmap, detailing an alleged orchestration of paramount chief together with echelons in government to capture state power. Sa expose nam kwan mo ba. Enye better crowd. Mami nyimfo ni kitu bi wo ho na hwe how this expose we eba be yeden eba be jin ebe meki no ho na peja na we hu niema bi na wate niema bi wo wasum. Watch this and watch it carefully.
A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquers rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprints of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquers. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon. Dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquers rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprints of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquers. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Great, folks. This is coming too close to your door. When we say our first quarter of the year almost gone. You be right second quarter. Hey, Ojatana be say crime who be. I'm hoping say ente by that time me kusi me papa. Me kusi na ba fast. Say quite fast near yeba. Asem kesi besi memu. When we say ye kan yo yankan and then a cry na da ho no dum sona na amene yen. Say a timetable cry yem fa nya adwuma. Enye timetable asem o. No. O mu avram eko. Na bas the latent heat, the heat intensity in the crown. It's a light to chrome medu no cry shada hard because I'm 30 years in yadem. Any yagigi ye huna maji. But say ye na heat no because also AC no a say AC no den yo bibia nya adwante also AC na say osan 10 also fan na ka ho na ni na anamu na ho egugu nsawa bi ni ade te say bisi ahomete ya satemu danie o president no gina pope nanim no na ma menka asemki to abi go and find out menka the details nchirel go and find out why all over the world president bia ye be yini bia no must pay homage to the Pope in heaven, the Vatican in Rome. Do you know why? Go and find out. Why every president be all over the world? Yenya to swaba ema uwinia as I say Rome, Vatican, you pay homage to the Pope. And the Pope will give you an assignment. An assignment be one day be the home come. But try so bit me research here. Well, folks, tonight the Frontline is airborne, and of course tonight the Frontline investigate. Jaso. Now, the obet me ayane say ubefrewu bi all over Upper East, Boko, Navrongo, Paga, Wa, Western region, Half Asinin, Ehimfa, Volta region. Accra, all over the regional capitals. We are here. We have to be here. Together we sit, think, and talk and make a sense of it all. And I've always said the Frontline, be part of the breaking news story and be the first to know because you are what you listen to. Folks, Monday, on Monday, the Frontline would hold an exclusive one-on-one with a renowned personality who is going to break the code. The reason behind the construction of the National Cathedral. He would also decode the mystery behind the death of Kwabena Bwedu, former aide to the Vice President Alhaji Bawumia. And finally, he would also decode two political leaders whose rule, according to him, mark an end of occultic rule in Ghana. Minimum. Next week, Monday, but this coming Friday, and then Wednesday, Friday, we're going to give you the build-up, a comprehensive breakdown of how in Western region, that region was greeted with shock and awe. Until now, it still does appear that Western region still has not yet been able to reconcile or healed out of their shock. I don't know how the region is going about it, but ever since the kidnap of the 3 Takrady girls, it says girls no more. Friday, media comprehensive, everything. On Friday, a baby bija keke. Nti shawsapomu. Exclusive undercover investigations about the missing girls and who comprehensive report. Now, before we stray into the Ghana Speaks, we are learning the Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, Vice President team, is out there sharing what he call laptops to students to enhance their studies, right? The question is, why now? The yatin is a Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia or che laptop at the school gray. Nene Kwaku bisa say Adenti na sa brain watches our laptops. Why now? Again, teachers were to receive laptops long overdue. Why haven't they received it? Me and him say a teacher for no, and so as I say the laptops, one teacher, one laptop. And the teacher for no be nyom laptops are. Sa laptops in the teacher for no. Ebe so. They are programming one more syllables na many ade. And sana woma bankra no so. So why not the teachers first? But ye dey command krana first. Again, sharing laptops to students, is it news or politics? Listen to me one more time. Sharing laptops to students, is this news or is politics? Emunya ina wujina. Answer me straight. It's politics and your news. Now, ye bisa sembi waha. Is it a responsibility of the vice president to do this under the direct principle of state policy? Is it a responsibility of the vice president to do this, distribute laptops or whatever, Emma students way under the direct principle of state policy? Now, the answer is yes. The answer is no. Which one? The answer is yes. A vice president and Nasadie. A Nasadie na Ghana way. Mama ya dream wa sabio sabin bredia a dream wa ya mre. Ya dream mredodo. The Ghanaian ya dream a mredodo. Bebre. Ghana fopi enim do munim ba bebre ne ya dream mre. Now, na said here, it's the vice president at the laptops Kwaku school cry. What is the news about it? Why? What I mean, what's but who say enam say edodo no ya dream mre. And the media no so count near the better radio no so any TV no so na communicators no master papa oh and we say that's what NDCM people, that's what you've been doing 30 years. Oh ni akwache we any akwaye say any every way 21st century you are going to give laptops to students and cry hello folks, and you think that is news. Listen to me. The first world countries, no, like the South Korea, or first country, what am I mean? Zero down. The South Korea, the Singapore, the Malaysians, the Arab world. Hey, laptops among and crowd school. And every way, when the Japanese children, when the Chinese children, when the South Korean children are rather manufacturing laptop, would you have seen a what time laptop? Would they kwakoma akrane say no so mo yare, you are sick. Your politicians are sick. Simple. Oh, so there's no, you know what? When your constructive brains becomes obstructed, this is the end result. And when I'm not on my way, Edin kwasia somewhere to say, "Kekan some phone." Emma media ne capture on the media airspace. Say ye na yentie bi say, and some phone to say. 21st century. I feel now with the what time laptop, what they call a JHS boy, and I say so on you know for them. When in other jurisdiction, a child like the JHS, Accra or Ghana, is manufacturing this. Are you sick, Ghanaians? Is this to the level that we can reduce this nation to nothing except to call it the rag to mop the floor? How silly can we be? Let me tell our politicians, Rati. Come on, raise the bar, raise the bar. Raise the bar. Give us some respect. Muma respect bi kakra. Ya bremo. Hedi asembe nye. Oman Penny Akufo-Addo, Vice President Muhammadu Bawumia, too little, too late for you to play this politics on the eyes of some of us. I'm being honest with you, and I'm sorry, I cannot be charitable in this regard. 30 years, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen governments upon governments. No, too much. Moon crediting some level of decorum, some level of wisdom, some level of intelligence, kakra. Na moon time maya ya and yet say sukunani e besa. No, debi munyai. Vice President Ompo, and I said here, why would Vice President ebe use way as a politics for what? Who ye the idea? And now what how ye then? Debio, mama kasimicha, wa upesa corporate a friend saying parliamentary seat. Wa open ministerial position, wa open president here, wa open municipal chief executive here, and me unka, who reason how they call on it. Muna muya, asma muka o me call on a makwakosom, a cromfo, criminals. You are with bad intentions. Nana Mufi said, our conscience are not seared. Debbie. The rest of the journalists can go to sleep. Not here. A direct insult. It's an affront to the intelligence of this 31 million Ghanaians here. Munya diamuye. Was said yo. Now here. Ubisa questions, where did the vice president get the money from? And for no years cannot the years had laptops no yet you been a man as our contract no onya says he can free him for. Now catch me. True or false? Is it the Ghanaian taxpayer seeker? And then ye Ghana taxpayer for seeker says can if vice president the bottom. Etemu am yes our politics NDC and MPP. Better stop this. Says he can every vice president the bottom man, every bottom. So how would the vice president go out there, share laptops to the citizens of this nation? No, yeah. The vice president is expecting the applause. Why ya there? Why ya there? A junior in your document ye can say ya junior yaria. We are sick. Yaria bin ye yaria. We are sick. The entire political airspace is sick. Institutions sick, the nation is sick, the religious belt sick. Yaria too deep. Meaning any rescue mission or remedies. Now, baby, as a vice president, okay, we know. A beer with this laptop be come away no. Can the children now with the laptop way come? I feel now with the laptops new go. Ghana Frontier, I feel now the laptop no what they call. Can those children compete with the children in South Korea, in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Amsterdam, in London, and elsewhere? When you have these children in a state of destitute, no mouse we who mouse umpoda. Sa Ghanaian child we who mouse da na. Watch this and find out whether the Ghanaian child we who mouse da in order to appreciate the laptop. Take a listen to this.
No, the mouse is moving like this and you are going like this. It doesn't move like that. So whilst the mouse is moving this way, that's the object. You are the mouse. Silence. Keep practicing. I'm coming round. Keep practicing. Yes. Release. Repeat it again. Let me see. So this is the object. Mouse. Go. You have released so that you will not move again. You don't release. Let's go. Hold the object. Look at me. I have clicked and I'm moving. I'm moving this way, so you should also move this way. Are you following? The mouse moves with respect to the mouse pointer. So the object is moving as you are moving, the direction in which you are moving the mouse. So if the mouse is going this way and you are going this way, then you have no mouse working on the computer. It means there is a problem. So here is it. You have clicked. So we are moving. Then I release. Then you leave the object there.
Iran, and I will hear. Well, Emofra no a ye pene de laptop na komom no abofra no kra no wonim ade na e friend mouse na kantem say laptop no be si n'animu a hwe Ghanaian politicians eye mu se mu ye bibi papa bi ma ba bibie no mo be ya ye be appreciate mu. I'm being honest. Enti e mu bi ye bodero ni say no. Yes. Mo de amode ye mo frey. Mo ade amode ye mo fra we no. Na de e won say wi a na mo no masesa mo ma e de o makogugugu international schools. International schools apapa bi o ebi wo Ghana ebi wo amanone na mo de ekogu ho na mo wi a na mo begina the political ladder and also campaign ladder and so oh, we've gone to give 50,000 laptop. Me say I can't me say me no nya dwen da. Me Kwaku me no nya dwen da. Sa yare we ya mo pese mo pia e de she ya mo be ebi ne be for dia ye aduma na more party communicators ni bi na me show mu din young guys o mo fifi tertiary institutions maba mo ko sua nyansa abefo mrante ko sua nyansa mo party leaders no and some basa ni nyoma tantan omo ye no na omo so e ba be so no omo titi radio station anapa na omo pana omo so oh ena ye ko distribute laptop ena ye say no one asema wo kenti ko wanum asem we ya wo ken ora e ko wanim it's who believe you say in the true sense of politicking. Is this the way to do politics? Is this the way to do your politics? Must you even countenance on the very fact you say, yeah, the laptops are common cry into their politics? Are you okay? Abra impuntu juma ekos wo memu hanara sikani mu si bridges o mu construct roads o mu ye deben none can be described as a musika sika. So what is the facade? I mean, it's so facade. Edi entina mo beje hu dede yo. Na no so media net oh and ya my goodness. Na party communicators ni bi sorry a na mo so e begina ho. Enya ene ne awoso saa te se moto ebei kofi osu bempa ene odi kan ni ye keka ni se ya enti munya sa edie pa na munya wom me aminu kofi osu bempa well intellectual person well learned o na wa betra na kofi mu keka ni se ya ene digitalization ene on digital, whichever of it, there is a gene somewhere. And digitalization, whichever of it. May you say digital or digital. And also, dear politics, man, in this day and era. Hey, mopo, just say, Edru baby, I know if you never see a chim, say, one put on the bar first, or the bar any. And never be bruma, just say, it's. What to me say 12th century politics kromo ye ni decent more than us. Gata mpo keke omo de be omo politics. Na ni nemu no mu achieve dey. Electricity way ye dia politics fiti mamrim. E papa no kan asem o si fiti mamrim mo de ECG electricity power supply mo de politics besibri way. What have we achieved? Oh na Ghana ni bia na so oni me be adwen oni me nya adwen oh na me no gina kwana ko be sa politicians no NDC MPP so wo de power politics na ko si sen no and nay what do we have to show? Ghana for here light adim Ghana for here light adim so which is which? Oh onyankopon hu mmobo communicators musumo betra ho a ensema amukaka na ebi nie kofi osu bempa no ogyinegyina no ho saa omo sasa te se ntefre omo sasa te se ntefre no omo ginginom. Take a listen to him.
Bempa, you are behind supporting largely the Vice President of the Republic. True or not?
Well, if there is one of the finest Vice President of the Fourth Republic, looking at what he's done in the Ghanaian economy in terms of what he has changed the digitalization.
You are a big liar. Bempa, you are behind supporting largely the Vice President of the Republic? True or not?
Well, if there is one of the finest Vice President of the Fourth Republic, looking at what he's done in the Ghanaian economy in terms of what he has changed the digitalization.
You are a big liar.
Kofi, me na butu. Me here Kofi aze. Oh, more politicians. Mu ye na brabafo ankasa. Mu ye nkontompofo. Mu ye na brabafo. Mu ye akohwifo. Mu ye nipa bonefo. Politicians, maku mienu miense bi didedem, wo mu didem say na isolated. But Ghana hane de, just a lot more na. And I would say, wo madwene enye adwuma. Mama fa mo nsi ho. Well, afi yenko yenwura ade bim. The Frontline show continue the journey tonight into Africa's resources impacting global development. Question: who is shortchanging our mineral resources? Afi me di muura ye free Ghana na fi yenhwe the bigger picture. Monday na me mo share sa akwantu yase. Yenhwe the bigger picture. And one look, it's a whole continental issue. Oko Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, all over. The AC Ghana, they say yeah. It's a whole continental affair. Yet, when your leaders meet, where in Addis Ababa, womuntimi nwen. Na yebisa said, "Dear Basem, Shadio, look at it here. Your resources now, airboa, Africans' resources, and airboa. Emma globe no ADE, anamunim. Africa's resources and they left the global world. Yeah. Now be saying until why is no all boa my resources no ebi ni mu wi ade kwa ye ni hu. Na me catch us said the obroni betimi aye wa na wa ye we. Hwe. Tonight we expose the circumstances under which some African nations came under direct negative influence of these white supremacists. King Leopold II of Belgium in 1883 murdered half of population of Congolese in search of minerals like gold, ivory, diamond, copper, cobalt, and many more. Nobibeka said this was one of the most insensitive atrocities ever committed against humanity, and the world is what? Quiet until today. Maybe info ni achro e kwanya ye di bibini e fa so now sa on my way ya sa tore nchemi to omi e your man a me no ka say still produces 50% of the global mineral to say de be ya cobalt ye de den ade we esi menim ha and then with the mobile phones, aircraft engines, printers, nyema bebre, cobalt. You made me a catch on the most expensive mineral depositor. Yenya ni baby except sa on mining. And no, and at this white supremacist, King Leopold II, wo bowra honum last maybe kind documents be true and no video na na me be kakra on. Hwe kwanya sa broni we King Leopold in 1883, sorry. In 1883 obowra Congo. No ko dane wo madwene okọ no odede no de ko ade esom eye Christianity no mo de ko da Congolese fo no ene am no ko say still Congo asomdwe ma hoye. In 1883 sir the King Leopold II will cum half of the Congolese population na de no wo hwehwe mineral deposit like gold, diamond, ivory near den wo osono na yi no na bet ne den no eno do you know how expensive it is sa nneomo wenim na no mo hwehwe na hwe kwanya wo mudi bibini ye bo bibini mpre ekunkum bi memi wom repay wom now be say in the 21st century have the people of Congo changed their mindset in order to be custodians of their own mineral deposit. Watch this carefully. Take a listen.
Night fam, this video is not for everyone. It's very drastic and heavy, but Project Nightfall exists to fight for the truth. You're about to meet a man twice as bad as Hitler. But there is a big chance you don't know about him. A man who wanted to own the Philippines, but somehow ended up killing millions of Africans. See, when we talk about the most cruel leaders from the past, we think about Adolf Hitler, who killed way over 6 million people. But there is another monster we forgot to put in the history's Hall of Shame. King Leopold II of Belgium. Leopold II murdered about half of Congo's population. That is an estimated 15 million African children, women and men, and he was killing them in unimaginable ways. So why don't you know about him? What I'm about to say is very sensitive, but it's true. We don't know about Leopold II because he killed people of Africa. Poverty, genocide, wars. For some reason our world was always less interested in the pain of the African people. But because every life should be seen as equal, Leopold II deserves to be put in history's Hall of Shame. Here is where this horrible story begins. Leopold II knew that Congo was rich in rubber, gold and ivory, three of the most expensive resources at that time. That is when in 1885 he decided to own Congo. And to convince the Belgian government to give him money, Leopold II disguised his slavery as a humanitarian project to convert the Congolese into civilized Christians. And it worked. A whole African country became a private property of just one man. But what he did as an owner for the next 23 years was far from Christian. He forced all natives to dig up gold, killed elephants for ivory and harvest rubber so he could sell them and keep all the profits for himself. And he was incredibly heartless in all of this. Leopold II recruited many Congolese people to torture their own people. He paid a large army of natives to enforce slavery. It didn't matter if you were a man, woman or a child. If you didn't work hard enough, your hands, arms or legs would be cut off. Just take a look at this man named Nsala staring at the chopped off limbs of his 5-year-old daughter, all because he failed to get enough rubber on that day. In 23 years, because of Leopold II's greed, 15 million people died in horrible ways. Until they finally broke their chains from Belgium in 1960. 60 years later, Belgium has not yet formally apologized for all the atrocities Leopold II did. It only expressed regret for the violence Congo suffered. Millions dead and no apology. Ladies and gentlemen, I expose this horrible part of history only because we never cared enough for people of Africa, and we need to do better than that. Because only when we open our eyes to the terrors of the past, no matter the country or the skin color, only when we expose all the Hitlers of our history by putting them in the history's Hall of Shame, only then we will be able to say that every life is truly equal. Night fam, this video is not for everyone. It's very drastic and heavy, but Project Nightfall exists to fight for the truth. You're about to meet a man twice as bad as Hitler. But there is a big chance you don't know about him. A man who wanted to own the Philippines, but somehow ended up killing millions of Africans. See, when we talk about the most cruel leaders from the past...
Wahu kwanya saa broni we ode Congo for a faso okum millions of Congolese kumomukwa okumomu free Congolese okumomu free besi ebriya menemo kase under the United Nations reparation yenka bibia amfasa asem we hu enenye the global world na na say the global order no enye omihia de say there be so far Africa ya suffer in slavery, mental slavery, physical slavery, the torture, the maim, the rape, the agony that we have gone through as a continent. Africa, say IMF, why so much this campo brain, Sikan, brain must be devoid of any form of kind of say checks and DNA, so kind of interest near the end. So still, when Africa and then the corridors of IMF, still no ma sign the attach or ma attach conditionalities to say the things is here. No ma sign the conditionalities at to conditionalities ne bini dia public sector retrenchment. You pay the rough in farm. Today be me catch say the African leaders in enim nyansa nintino. The only time one be hu nyansa no be hu say oh no the IMF, the World Bank, the Rothschild, the Windsor, all these global financial pillars are not your friend. They are not. I've said it time and time and over. They are in your friends, folks. You got to change. The leadership in Africa, mutina didi to say 3-year-old boy. Mudi agrowa to say 3-year-old boy. Our presidents in Africa, governments in Africa, mudi agrowa to say 3-year-old boys. This kanwa eseno. Meanwhile, you are not supposed to go there. Because a nyoma uono is so much and beyond. To say Congo supply saying 56% to the rest of the minerals may say the global 56% in global mineral deposits we cobalt and unkwa Congo ne supply. As you hear Congo ye kru kiti on my kiti. Yeah. On say Monday na me bobo videos bi tremo. At the time na Congo for womo kwa huhia mu no na womo president no ono one abrofo na koye one another leader be sorry Patrice Lumumba mokai no Patrice Lumumba sorry tia say no on makwan e ma abrofo the white supremacists no any president na nya kanana enton oman no mineral deposit. Unim what happened? The CIA managed to assassinate Patrice Lumumba. Go and check the record. Just like what they did to your president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We now, so statistics in the record, we now over how many in a years. Still, African leaders aren't changing. From the above development, it's obvious Africa still possesses the greater and the larger global mineral resources than any other continent ever existed. Yet, the leadership are behind time and continue to walk in the corridors of the Bretton Woods institutions like the IMF, the Rothschild, the Windsors, and all of that. Moji die wo ho. Ebini yen Ghana ye die, me yen yen asem wo ha. President Akufo-Addo menye Kwaku Gina IMF. As if said the former President Mahama more accusing was not enough, and we couldn't still believe that. Hey, said John Mahama watching man could jam ever. Hey, near the CCC and Namu near prevent you from going there. About way Ako IMF we ama on a bro so crowd baby former President Mahama Koye. A bro so in terms of borrowing. And then the finance minister, Amin, catch Ghana for say a car or many na ya no. 602 billion and I say with the for the rest 600 billion Ghana cedis into here radius hey Yamina Mikaino go and ask him or a car a house is here when John Mahama was living and there's 100 and something says here you can say yes fine go would the stay with 600 billion Ghana cedis, new Ghana cedis. To what they call Titinima Obeyan saying. Now, who be say, what the more resources here, chef for my moody yet? Now, you cry the material, some say discovered them in lithium. Make us say the US government is spending over $3 billion in Alaska or yet researching and exploration into lithium discovery. minim de ye onyankopon still a to me hwe Ghana say me de lithium esia be pem so eh onyankopon de aka no manenka ho mfa bibia mebio ba minim say me discover lithium na ye discover na agreement be na da ho money sa Australian hwan enu mpo no oh na before mbe sign agreement ne hey minister wo mu aban no hwan obia pese onya ne percentage bi wom na o magigi na o mu didi emuwa dwene anyansafo ase ye dwene ema o man no da bi ye de emuwa dwene ne ye de dwene first pesemenkum nya greed, the spirit of greed say ye dwuma eso wo sesa dodo na ade ba kwa me dwe hwa hwe nipa se me ameto na mbisa se eh Kwaku na wo beti ahene o ka se sisi wo fie wo betimi atwi dodo sen edan awodo a wasisie wo betimi ada dodo mu sen yet there are hundreds of Ghanaians all hovering across our principal streets, across regional capitals in Accra, in Hifa Western region, in Ashanti region, in Northern region, in Volta region, under this scorchy sun. Na nye Ghana mpenimfo areho, na nye womo ya, na mu ni tema ni hobiom. Odo eni hobiom. Eye trimoden ena mo prima kuma na mutimu wo dene na mutiso owuo mpo wo humobro kakra. Ghanaian politicians, some of you, mutimu odin kopem say kire say adina say wo ya ne sika na wa pe ne bebrebe no mimi bisa wo say ahin na wo betimi edini na gu ni pedue mu say wo de be ye den yo chense nche wo nam a the street hawkers ni bie mirror no na chiche sika na ma omu na mo kope be bi ntra na ma hu say mutimu odin ni na ko wie say hwe udru eya udru mo kan say Fiesta Royal ho na obehu the dense populated hawkers omu gumu se chira na anu bi na ka bia tie firi soro ho sa dencheche sa na zram ko wura mu sa e de obeji den wo ho be pana no eduane edi na wo se munya de pepe bia nsan fe mom no motirimodin a sunsum boni ni sunsum fia etete mo some of these politicians mu ema mo de yanuam wo ni se afi no somewhere November eko ending no na masan ayem ho ko de na makọ trotro mu na o mu din na mapesika gu bag mu 50 Ghana abro so aye 100 Ghana na mo de amomo o montoma ye ba ye be mamu adwuma ye be mu se na makansam de in somewhere emu hwiram the dead politicians amwo mem mu ye wudifo ankasa. Some of you mu ye wudifo too much but guess what do you think say enhirabe wo mu amawo wona wo yire na wo ma so we be exploited the innocent Ghanaian with or without our concerted minds. Now be exploited e dey abetra ho power. Now we power ni we are. What say abegina yeso you lord over us. Now I say do you know me? Do you know who I am? Do you know what I can do? No nyankopon te wo hwem hom. Mama nkama Ghana mpeni for montia say atorenchem bebre na eto ye won say oman mo hwa de Ghana see happiness everywhere. We are with the speed of light backwards. But when say who are so for su bebre a mo bom paye hiribaba sam ka ho tons bebre but when say mo paye ni na nru babia. Your prayer is unable to penetrate the ceilings of the heavens. Bonini doors do. Hey, bonini doors no. To be say all this mineral deposits we now but then what are we doing with it? And so they be IMF for right now Kenoforiata ya pamu ni free hono ya sen pe baby di na hye
Africa is endowed with a lot of natural resources. 30% of the world's known minerals are in Africa. From diamonds in South Africa, coltan in Congo, copper in Zambia, gold in Ghana, uranium in Niger, and massive oil reserves in Nigeria and Libya, Africa is without a doubt a wealthy continent.
Welcome to Rwanda. Sierra Leone is a blessed country.
But when you turn on the TV, the potential is different from the reality. What you see are images of starving kids, collapsed infrastructure, and a horrible living condition. So what is the problem?
It's about the system. Don't be fooled. When you see a black person holding up the system, he's even more dangerous than a white person. And do you know why he's more dangerous than a white person? Because if I see a white person holding up an exploitative system against me, it's very easy for me. I'm able to know just why our colonial struggles were able to go so clearly. Because we could see the enemy and we knew that this is not your land. What are you doing here? You need to carry yourselves back to Europe. But when they went and they got replaced by their black versions, we were confused. That is neo-colonialism. And the black versions continue the exact system that their white counterparts left behind. You must understand that. Because if you allow that to confuse you, we will not be free.
Hello? Yes, Thunder. What are you doing, man? You're wasting time. We need you in Africa to fire some of our leaders. Yes, I mean, how can Zambia have one of the largest copper reserves in the world, but 60% of its population still live under poverty and unemployed? You're surprised? I'm surprised too. Listen, copper is used in power generation, building construction, and car manufacturing. But none of these things happens in Zambia. They only extract the copper and take it to other countries.
Everything around Butundo belonged to the Swiss mining company, Multi Glencore.
And leave Zambians in poverty and pollution.
Children suffer the most from this severe environmental pollution.
The boy couldn't breathe and had pain in his chest, and he started bleeding from his nose.
And that is why we need you now to come and fire our leaders. Thunder, please come and fire some of our African leaders. Yes, we don't have time, man. They are destroying the continent. Please come quickly, please. Nigeria. Africa's largest crude oil producer and the most populous nation with the people of African descent in the whole world does not refine its own oil. Nigeria exports crude oil and imports refined petrol. Listen, this means that Nigeria's crude oil is actively creating employment in other countries, while millions of Nigerians are unemployed and living in poverty. It was Nelson Mandela who said that until Nigeria gets its act right, the African continent will continue to suffer. Okay, are you angry because of Nigeria's crude oil? Let me blow your mind. I know many of you like chocolate, but do you know that there are chances that the chocolate you had today came from the cocoa bean in West Africa? Because 70% of the world's cocoa bean comes from the African countries of Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon. But surprisingly, none of these countries is a top producer of chocolate. But every day we spend billions of dollars to import chocolate. It's the same thing. The way Nigeria's crude oil is being exported is the way we export our cocoa to import refined goods. As these resources keep going out to power other economies, this is how unemployment and poverty keeps growing.
The origin of this cashew is illegal land. Now they are taking it to different countries now. We have no machine here, we have no, the federal government is not assisting us and the state governments. If we have the machine, all these things could have not gone out. They are taking our resources to the outsiders. So we are losing, we are not making, and it's them that are making.
I can go on giving you other examples and talk about other problems, but this video will be too long. So let's talk about the solutions. You see, I'm a big advocate for the people of African descent all over the world to come back to Africa to invest their resources, their expertise, their knowledge and experiences in different sectors of the African economy. But to be honest, if we do not get leadership right, no matter their investments, our growth will be slow and insignificant. And time is a luxury we cannot afford. So the fastest way for us to grow is to fix leadership. And leadership cannot be fixed if we as individuals do not fix our minds. Let me explain. This man you see was a two-term governor of a state in Nigeria. He was sentenced to 12 years in prison for diverting over 8 billion naira of the state funds into a private account. Barely 6 months after his conviction, he managed to get out of jail. Now that sounds bad, but what is worse is this. When he got out of jail, he was welcomed like a hero. This man pleaded guilty for stealing over $250 million when he was the state governor. He was sentenced to 13 years in prison and he served only 4 years. When he returned, he was also welcomed like a hero. This man right here is the current serving governor of a state. He was caught on camera taking $5 million bribe from a contractor. Even with this evidence, the people still supported him and made him a two-term governor. Now you can see that it's impossible to get quality leadership if we don't build a society of quality individuals. The king is nothing without the kingmaker. And in this case, we are the kingmakers. We the people give them the power they possess. Until we build our minds to look beyond religious and tribal sentiments, we will continue to have leaders who will steal public funds and open the gates to foreigners to take our resources while we continue to struggle. Our biggest problem is ignorance, so that is why you have to share this video, because the more enlightened Africans are, the better our chances of building a better Africa.
You see, the gentleman makes very fundamental, thought-provoking statements. We must thrive or think beyond religious, tribal sentiment and have a sense of renewal of our minds. I may put it that way. Let's think outside the box, beyond this religion and tribal bigotries, whatever, and have a sense of renewal of our minds. And I need your mind be to say Zambia could have 60% of copper. Now copper ya the ketwaza. We your maya unkwan copper. You control the globe, the global somehow, because copper is used for so many things. Yet the population there, no, womu hu copper no honfaso. Companies na ohuni na womukuta resource womu money mineral deposit na ni na Swiss for there. Switzerland. It do be I think that we all have to give up. As a Presbyterian and as a Methodist of no. It do be the can is our waka enye adwuma dia yi na emfa ehunyi mu bia. Ana I don't know. Because I'm getting tired though. And I guess you're also getting tired. Are you not? Well, before Meko break, Shannon so say, Sadjumedi is coming too close to your door soon. A top secret blueprint uncovered the roadmap to the Danquest hegemony in Ghana. Indeed, the blueprints would also reveal the dark secrets of conglomeration of roadmap, detailing an alleged orchestration of a paramount chief together with this excellence in government. And then for state power. Yeah, cover BBA. The sa ahimfie ho na yakwaye bibie wie dida. We have everything all wrapped around our fingers. The better ni na edi akire mo. Hu papa. Wo instead say a trans as on mine. Na ye na ye ka kire ho say, hey, we na ye fantini, we no ye santini, we no ye buzangani, we ye dagati, we ye nkrani, we ye whatever. Wala ni ye na ye nipa baako. Timumi ye ni trada ye mpejo me no me emekra behwe ni na ye ntena ni nidi keke da bi. Ebi ni musi da bi omo ya de share chin me no mienu. Ebi si no be o manager pade no orade. Can you imagine? It's unfathomable. A high, so stupendous drive to achieve what? Yet your money more. A minimum posse when we are this year, binum. A minimum cost or money or major paddy. And they are gearing towards having what you call state capture. Name me and you're saying I am qua a woman mubium. Every animal send Benny. Now, what do you say, quiet? Moody, a real Moody, quiet. Where are you going? I want you to watch this and make a sense of it. Now, idea Pope ni yo. Makadi be to me say, or may be a president to be a renew power, so pay or Pope or Pope in the Vatican. When him saying here, so Pope no. Well, watch this and let's get back. Take a listen.
A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquos rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprint of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquos. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Great. Of course, tonight, Ghana Speaks Live on this very network here. This is CTV, and of course, we're live across the global world on the social media handles. Oko YouTube, Ubenya Program Yashan live. Oko Facebook, Ubenya Yashan live. My CTV, my CTV GH, my CTV GH, Ubenya Oho. Ashene kama. What's it? I feel so. Wow, television. Ubeti me flip it through. Ubenya. CTV and so wash and come. Make us a Sunyane FM for Epijamo 88.1 FM. I almost say Epijamo come. Takrade is down today. Of course, some technical challenges been. We hope that in the coming days they will join us. MBBia I come. Folks, Shannon program we it take it off 3 times in the week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Time was show we it take you off no. 8 o'clock sharp, the Frontline they take you off. Until more person who time a program we Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Time near 8 o'clock sharp. About 10 near upon folks. Now, when you go on Friday we're going to give you more follow kakrano munim the America. You remember a comprehensive build up to where a BPM was 3 girls in Western region have been kidnapped, all the way leading to state agencies in collaboration. Kudru baby, state agencies ni bin suye den e flop here. Emma a lady said takrade 3 girls and ye huomo all right, but subsequently what happened? So now ye bisa it's been 5 years. Is it 5 years, 4 months? Where are the girls? Why you punishing no? Why you punishing no? Ewo takrade missing girls no? Why ewo abanimu who was irresponsible enough? Emma takrade emma yuwa ye kunkum kwa just like that. Out of somebody's irresponsible behaviors can we make of it? Ever since somebody is still at post, within the post. After that trepidation, zero down on Western region. Abino President Akufo-Addo, who said no? Is it because on also Edem down Kwaninti? And Indiana, into Dynasty and one way to Manamoyano. We'll be in TSU. Now, after reporting that they've denied it severally over, they say, oh, me. I feel no denial. I mean, can't you journalists for more documents in which they done. But I can't you. I feel deny. Yeah. But see, one striking point of this, very instructive, is the fact that if you are an outsider, looking in, it will not make a sense of it for you to understand and appreciate what this document is about. But when you are an insider looking inside out, then of course you can appreciate and make a sense of it. And yet, no. It's like a code. You need to decode it. And even in the government, there are lots of hundreds of people within the same government. No. Folks, Ghana Speaks extension takes off, and then Frontline investigates. Why? Dr. Christopher Byre up next. I'll be right back. Stick and stay. Great, we've walked one leg of the journey, make 25 minutes gone past the hour 9. This is the Frontline. I am Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist. Folks, let me give some shout out to my Same Oshe program. Yes, it's your first time you're watching the show. I salute you, Same. Around the Game Pass stretch. It's like a brother, a friend, and a brother. Also for Penibi so oye minua pa so on tiapo Apostle Isaac Usubempa. Apostle, may wish you speedily recovery. Why operation ketu ebi na elimze enyoma bekoyema wetimi agina won so asan akobo football nti I wish you very, very speedily recovery. Apostle Isaac Usubempa, and may wish you, sir. Great. Now, I welcome you back to Ghana Speaks Extension. And tonight, the Frontline investigates, unveil its fact-finding in its investigative piece. And in this episode, the Frontline investigates had obtained a document titled Public Notice is hereby served, indicating the license of Greenfield College, Sunyani, belonging to Dr. Christopher Byre, had been turned down. Question: what is it that Dr. Byre should have known before applying for the license? Iranum Monday, enemy mamo, the first part 1 expose, it was our papa, Dr. Christopher Byre. Now, and maybe may hold on. But may were a list, an endless list of people who also say, accusing Dr. Byre say Dr. Byre ejiji wo musika ebi ye keka sika na nye sika keto a sa allegation we na me hia Christopher Byre na kasa mo waba but ever since before this expose ya frena ono on respond to call and ono so on answer the messages. But a lot of people have accused him. Say wa bomb po adiju omusika ansana odo omuwura all those health institutions. Enekra na enyenekra. Oba efidie so a na nchi betumi de nsem bi evidence bi awo no say we be yan me enhwe. But report na ya pekini bi kire say papa yi say opese obi law school. But law school no opese obi wo sunyane ho no. Wo say school ni na wo institutions a omohwehwe ase. But ni na ko wie say Ghana General Legal Council for shut na you know off. Almost shut down the school. And you're on the school nkwa na sentia ama license ni amfema no. E kire say 1 to 2 ni be. Ma men kan kire mo say now mo for document into screen so do be anka say me no ma come manufacture na da ho no. O say public notice daily graphic Wednesday May asemi see Wednesday daily graphic Wednesday May 10th 2023 last year public notice so say notice is hereby given that the General Legal Council has with immediate effect withdrawn its recognition of the faculties of law in the following universities pursuant to Section 4 of the Legal Profession Act 1960 Act 32 as inserted by the Legal Profession Act Amendment Number 2 Decree 1967 NLCD 213 Section 1 Clause A, which provides as follows, quote, with effect from the first day of January 1971, a person shall not be qualified for enrollment under any provision of the Act unless he is the holder of a degree from a university approved by the General Legal Council. Zono. Into Osha, sa universities here, ewa asiye nai. General Legal Council approve omoye. Into untimi nkohosa wukusunya law. Enti diebe nti na Dr. Christopher Byre ubebi say school. Why would Dr. Byre obebi say school say obie school wey eme de akoteten ememu ane mai wa say moya den mumra aha na mumesua law when onim say under the law ni school no and qualify so why intina na opese owia no ho yes ade now schools are won qualify ni meanwhile say schools won apply you but ono na wa apply for Presbyterian University College Kumasi campus, Wisconsin International University College Kumasi campus, ono ne de no na da ho no Greenfield College Sunyani, Greenfield College Sunyani, or say the general public is advised accordingly. Justice Cynthia Pamela A. Ado, Secretary, General Legal Council, no mucho krate. Nanu ni ebisa Dr. Byre. E diebe ntina na opese owia no ho. No di say school yi eba abonten. Ma wo mo betete Ghana for maiwa bi ni mema bi a. Wonu be wie no ma be ka kire so mo ya lawyer for yet. School na wo bie no. School need any license. Why would he do this? School no only license, but yehwehwe na yehu no. Se what ya for kwa ye bim so wato wirem, odoto bim enuyem nsuom ewirem, minim be bia wafa. Ya ye de ebetumi bia. To wo to na wo pese odi matema na ho kra mesere. Na me mfa wo ho sa wo. Ho be di atema ye mfa wo ho sa. Adenti na obeyesa. Ye na yenim emra no kire se school biara ye be ma ye be certify wo se tete emema ana mrante ne emeba wo se wo mo me ya lawyer for no na kire se sa school ni school a ubetime produce degree eneme ne ade eni na anyame na meka ewa ha ni na ewa ha say all right it is a untimi obtain degree a untimi nkwohye school bia mu say o kwa akoye law e ma na yi enti die na papa yi opese wo yi e kire sen ase ne sen ye de na twere ho a the next document you obtain ye ne ya baby a no no anka so wo ye adwuma asoya no ye adwuma ho as executive secretary Emma Health Training Institutions ohona no ye adwuma na krate ya mebe kan ya kire enye Kwaku Annan ena me kire yo. This document was also written by Auditor General. Na dien ena Auditor General oka ewo document we mu. Well, take a look ewo document we ewo screen so. Na yenhwe document ena da ho. Ministry of Health ye na yenkan obi ankan bi. Or say irregular payment of funeral expenses 28,000 Ghana cedis. Or say regulation 39 of the FAR 2004 requires a head of department to ensure that monies are utilized in a manner that secures both optimum value for money and the intention of Parliament. Don't say we quote an authority biwa afiyenkwe. Now, I say contrary to the above regulation, we noted during our review of payment voucher number PV16-035 that Mr. Christopher Baire, the executive secretary of the Secretariat, on 13th April 2016, authorized and paid himself on one authorized or share accountant and say on an amount of saying 28,000 Ghana cedis from the IGF, internal generating saying an amount with 28,000 Ghana cedis from the IGF account towards his sister's funeral. We urge Mr. Christopher Baire to refund the amounts wrongfully paid, failure of which he will be surcharged for recovery. Yereni bisano says ke witu anaso untua. Na wo te ho ka chem se Kwaku Annan, oh, don't come and talk about this. Don't come and no. What dwini a nya adwuma. What dwini a enya adwuma. What dwini a ehewutiri mu a enya adwuma no. Eno na ama mo man no ato eko dichi no. Ate. Oh, what dwini na ewo ebiri mu mutiri mu no. What dwini oh say so oman a wo man no. Emra ne be ye adwuma. Wo mo ye serious a to say even South Africa ha. Make us say Jacob Zuma was the prison and what the fear did Jacob Zuma or the fear or did you or the prison. South Korea ya chino or them. Singapore ya bet you agree betra uti. Now there one say the leadership in Africa ye no ya hu omo bono ye no ya resources ye hu baby mfemfa no ye no sabi ye sran say ye die no yenu a jesi ye de bowl eko sresre yenu a yeni binu na yentimi nya hwe no na a little resource na ebeba no nso no na wo mpenifo ni bia tena so na o ma che na o madi the same sa o man no nso ena o mu ni emra ye de titan ne ye de chimpenifo no gum ebu o ma chimpre ebu mo ma ebi kra se ye sentence o mo ye kumu. There was a time my cousin will be say, hey, some of your leadership should be shot by side without trial. Some of the leaders in this country, oh, you should be shot by side without trial. A bit more as a CS Samra. A bit more, your mount acid, precope straight. A bit so more, coat, a seed just to coat, very light bitumen, coat, a seed just to popo. near the Mogu Independence Square say na Ghana for near Shamo. You see, it's not about just naming and shaming. No, do it much with gladness. Let it serve as a deterrent to these unscrupulous politicians hiding somewhere in some corners, waiting for the party to come to power. No, akwaji post. So, obe serving in government. Says Sikaway 28,000 Ghana cedis or the other day. On my accountant, need to says the man just like that. So some fan them or the Kwaku Ninia ba eye or man wodia Scaraya wodia Sicaraya wodia maybe so now go and look for him nebisano and this in penny for me makacha Monday say this man call him to order and investigate him before mudi post biashe papa insa. Because Auditor General report, this is not according to Kwaku Annan, no. This is according to Auditor General's report. Ora Daniel Domlevo, on no years Adiwi in 2016-2017. Now when we say Mrania fo, enti ye wo man we mu a ebirima ye o madwene say ye betimi disika no a ye wia na yakotranta no ya eti say de bi ni ade o ye beka say ye ntua ye tue ni na hihye wo mranim. So people don't find it more deterrent say no, something see sano. Say Sikawe 28,000 atamodeko. Christopher Barre, Monfa the picture and toso. Monfa antoso, yeah. MCR, Monfa Christopher Barre picture and toso. Na Ghana fu huno. Now I am sending my message straight to the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Mr. President, Pape, Wankasa, don't call elders of NDC. Me say, Wankasa, for committee na mo investigate no apart from say wako bo biepo agena sa se a oni nipa ne ya agreement o so betua asase na man we bu ne nuegu ne nasum asem na court ema court edi asem na mama me say wo mu nkobubu dan no still of frustrating mama no in the name of political influence. Christopher Barre ono da so no. Yes, why would you do this? Why Ghanaian politicians with impunity? MPP they mean can NDC they no person meka. With impunity. Omani amodia. Omani awodia. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Me dream one mentia si okwaku. Anyway, the Christopher Barre on that screen is no. Ya pum na ya friend no also on fa messages upon messages am also on umuya. But way ma ora John Mahama enya position bi nyina all of them will start lobby. Ora Christopher Barre will lobby for post MNDC former chairman post, and for all you may know no mu dim krofanya around. They are frustrating people, they are worrying people, they are disturbing people in the name of the party. Meanwhile, party in Yahoo. Party in Yahoo. But because he belongs to Sa Manyuko. Now my party in Wabe Yehi. Party in Young Crawford Wakonobio. I mean can't message me, I'm sorry, sir. I see, bro, this is your brother Jack Lord and Aristotle, right? Watching you live. Watching you all the way from Ivory Coast, bro. Good work. Hey, Jack Lozy. Yes. Our program way from Ivory Coast. I am Yankan show way. Yankan message me and say good evening, boss. Ohano this year. Ebi inka hobium. Or say, Ko Same from Nima. I hope people coming on your show would truthful, sincere, or I'm sure some persons would truthful and sincere. And respect the intelligence of Ghanaians. And I believe you have to be firm and not allowing your panelists, especially from the ruling party, to undermine you by throwing in any figures without okay, my main kind last one. Hey, cause I'm now message BBM. I say good evening, comrade Kwaku Annan. Thank you for the good work for Mother Ghana. One thing I want you to work on something. In particular, don't understand. I have observed that people go into government within a short time. He makes money, contests expensive party primaries and contest general elections, especially in their stronghold, and go to parliament and nobody seems to care, my brother. Okay, assembly we're raising them. We also great journalism, keep it up. Daniel from Achimota Abofu. Thank you, my brother. We so say, welcome, Mr. Kwaku Annan. First of all, have our condolence. Please, have our condolence for not being in normal times. Oh, I say, I'm very sad today. I will. I still wonder why Ghanaians still, especially African leaders, can't literate themselves and ask from this atrocities. This tells us that since independence, we are still under slavery. Look at what our people are traveling through, wrong and dangerous journeys, all because no jobs. Employment in this country, what are the leaders doing to overcome these wrong and dangerous routes? Oh, I cry for this country because we are on time bomb now. Very soon, many people would commit suicide in the name of extreme poverty and hardships. From Akwesi Dua in Ashanti region. Akwesi, very beautiful message. Very beautiful message. We all say good work done. I am the CEO of promoters of Peach and Development Group in Ghana. It is our belief to educate ourselves on the tenets of our Constitution of Ghana and promote patriotism in ourselves to take our destiny into our own hands. Together we can. Thank you very much, CEO. Medawasepawate. Ose, Mr. Annan, a very good evening to you. I am overwhelmed this night. May God continue bless you and continue to give us more insight of what is going on in Ghana, Africa. This is James from Techiman in Bono East region. Hey, Techiman for Bono East region. Okay. We are saying, greetings. I have some information to give out. If you can please send me your number to call. Okay. Let me see. All right. Producers never get in touch. Why? Okay. We are saying, good evening, Mr. Annan. My name is Educator Carpenter Oka from With God Carpentry Shop, Paydu Central Region, Cape Coast. I say, ask for me if the something go to heaven. There oh Charlie, and now message me patrol. More short hands. It's difficult for me to read it. Take your time. Sure, kakra beti me atro na menkai. Why? Ose we live in nice country with beautiful noise from Dixon Abokobi. Well done, Mr. Kwaku Annan. May God bless you. Na monso amodi audio sinaba. Ose you know they from Otunfo convener of Crossfire Ghana. Ose from 6 March 1956 January to 2017, Ghana's total debt was 120 billion Ghana cedis. However, from 8 January 2017, December 2020, Ghana's total debt moved from 120 billion to 610 billion. Hey, okay, well, statistics is there, and you're about the crowd. I'm overwhelmed by the message. I say, good evening, Kwaku. Keep your good work, Ghana. From Isaac Amate Few. And or they buy. Ose Kwaku, what do you want from Vice President Bawumia? Go and fight Ken. What an interesting message. Ose, what do you want from Vice President Bawumia? Go and fight Ken, your boss who sacked you from Netu TV, the one who made you Kwaku because nobody knows you before you came to Netu TV. Ose Kwaku, how many laptops have you given out? Tell us. I'll not respond to this message. That's all I can say. I saw this message, but I still wanted to read it. Eh? Producer, what are you saying? I'm not getting you. Yes, I'll get to it. Okay, quick one. I'll say, good evening, Mr. Kwaku Annan. My name is Ras Chacha from Yapi in the Central Gonja. Mr. Annan, may our beloved father's soul rest in perfect peace. And me, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in 2013 shared 400,000 laptops to Ghanaian teachers and students without any fanfare. Oh, really? Or say the NPP should give us a break, Mr. Kwaku. If you see anything wrong about NDC, say it without fear or favor to put them to work and bring back NDC and John Dramani Mahama to power. Please, Ghanaians, vote for visionary leader John Dramani Mahama to come and rescue Ghana from NPP and take Ghana to the promised land. Come to 7 December. Ras Chacha. Masali Tuati. Message in the wow, but or try it just so easy to read. Now call baby. Not necessarily say I'm in line with the message and all come. Well, say they are not even feeling shamed. How can your politicians be ashamed? No. Well, say good evening, Kwaku. I'm listening live from Darko. Please, or say Ejapadia is what we want to know. When is it coming? God bless you. By Napoleon. Nyabotre ebeba why? Bibia ohibia na ebeba. Yes. Also, Kwaku, let me be fair with you. Believe me, when I tell you that you are a part and parcel of the Doomsday problems today, when you were working with Netflix TV, you seem to be blind at that time. Now you want to tell us to believe words. You are like the NPP always saying what is not true about the NDC. So sad. I think I've answered myself several over this, but you seem not to connect. And see, Midibesi was well, say good evening, sir. Please, NAPCO trainees arrears of 8 months. Please speak for us. The people we voted for are chopping money and spending money as if there is no tomorrow, but whilst they are owing the NAPCO trainees. Oh, NAPCO for no some I am mobile. Well, say, bro, you are getting your facts wrong this time about Chris case. It is a case which you lack the fact. Look at the date the letter was issued. Do you want us to believe that Chris would be walking free if he is guilty? I only told you this is an Auditor General's report. Ya pick it. You hear them and confirm say Sikano 28,000 Ghana cedi no with two and so that you reconcile the fact. Let hear that in so a young man is a certificate. What went into why in here license in young fair man? Notice is hereby served May 10th, 2023. We don't know have the details why General Legal Counsel for Omeyeden we are asking questions demanding answers for that's all I can say. Right. So that's about it. Okay. One for Udin Amma, but who do Udin but okay. One for Udin Amma anyway. So no one made me come. We shall say Kwaku. Good evening. Hope you are doing well. I would advise you to expose your own NPP. They have done Ghanaians bad, Papa. I'm shocked you're still defending them sometimes. And on Chris issues, do your investigations well. Me, I'm not an NPP on Pacho. Me card of any of your parties. Chris has some more kind of I'm just asking my question. I say, good evening, Ms. Annam. The people of Krachi in Chumuru, in the OT region, will love your team to put your spotlight on our constituency. Bad roads, deplorable schools, buildings is all you see in this part of Ghana. Our people deserve better. Krachi, okay. Call the number after the program, then speak to you. Good evening, Kwaku Annan. I have worked with Mr. Bayre back in the health, I'm sure it's also in the health training secretariat, and I sat in series of meetings on his investigation on this subject matter you are talking about today, i.e. regarding the regarding the payment of the money towards her late sister's funeral. I would like to get to speak to you and give you much information on this matter, and even the whole current head of the secretariat is doing. So for the sake of security, I would like to hold on with my name because I am still a staff of MOH, but have recently moved from that office. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right. So you know what? One for Udiamba, but try send a message to alert us. Say you are the one Obesonia, because one mami BB quite confidential. Hello, Kwaku. How did you get here? You were defending the MPP and Kennedy's nonsense in the country. Today, you are sacked and you are here on a new job, trying to become neutral or patriotic citizen. Shame on you. I'm in the good mood. What's my kind of message, you know? Well, Z, good evening, sir. Don't you think Cape is what the country needs now? Oh, you want to... No. Oh, sorry. I think I mean word now. I won't mention that word. But between me and we need it, but I can't say it on air. Until they meet me, I can't know. Why? I say, I guess so. But even the security services personnel are corrupted. Man, pioneer. Yes. Okay. Until Tobuasi. Why? Or say, boss, please, if I may ask, will the ECG go to heaven? Because Jesus said, let there be lights. Let there be light. By ECG always off lights. Charles Danzuma or the by. My am pick 1-2 calls be just about 2 calls, then we'll be gone. Now say I said my mommy produce my friends and me call us more really good. Or say, good evening, boss. Please try and find out who are in charge of the land at Aviation Road, Butwe. This is Isaac Ukai from Adenta Commandos. Okay, I'm sure so you have some information. Okay, good evening, boss. Keep it up, sir. Kwanzaa, Cape Coast, Ekon. Hey, Ekon. Okay. Also, we are tired of the two parties lying to deceive us. We can not be deceived again. It's true. But in fact, just about 2 calls been then. Hey, this call is coming from US. Messi also, good evening, please. Would Ghanaians ever get to their place? We show compassion and think of each other like family. We are our leaders so greedy. What are they doing with all the corruption money? I wish you and Kennedy didn't part ways between Wendy, we've parted ways from US. Only for US nearby, Wendy. It's unfortunate we have to go our separate way. It's all about that. Folks, my member bear 2 calls and then we drop that. All right, the first caller, so my WhatsApp and then listen to me through the phone, not through your television. Pacho. Hello?
Yeah, Kwaku.
Yes, sir.
Alaji.
Now, Alaji didn't say they be on our first call. I mean, just you. No, you have to explain this to me tonight.
No problem. We actually
Marty. Good well, Alaji. Bonito, mami.
Yo, you see, I'm on for a year no more view of her now. I don't understand them. They put be no hoa. The idea was that. And don't just wait no dead the more. One of Crano and a Catina dead the more Netrantro. Son of Mopeno. On pesticide. On pesticide, one of Crano was a week air no prayer. First, the American and then yes, I feel me one of Crano. To mechano crana may any name water, Yampanesa. I didn't cry the people cry, I didn't cry a yes, I didn't have to me, yes, sir. It's today, who you didn't and so see, me, I'm with you, and this in the year, MPP year, set a bear, a big put to Opia in order. Coco, it can be beer, Saka among 4 politicians if be through my move. And so say a place, yeah, if you are not only to me, like to pass, we start the program now on Mutumono. And almost so, and almost a double, and almost so. And almost double, and almost association. And to program the crime, if you have a before so.
You probably to me,
yeah, it is a walk away in an amount for Tiasia. I didn't tell the Nipper tackle. Takis, you know, nature dependent personality, no. Bye-bye.
Good one. My main fact, maybe the last call, Nafi, we drop. All right. Hello, good evening. Yes, my main fact, last call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Reverend Miles.
Reverend
Miles.
Miles, okay.
Yeah. And you may me team program we. Now, I was a.
Hello?
Yeah, let me team program and I was a program here very good. Now, great woman say Ghana Hano yem penocre. Now, Ukano Korea, not a month for the air town. Me the make like I said, mostly no years of for Nankasa ya county. And I need see a my moon in hiding easy because you no crano but you embassy a cano crano. And I was say more mo yes and for now more cano crano. Monko years of for so because no years of for no. And a Casama, your friends and members on 80. Now, members no 80 as of one. Into adding to your friends, as of one my members no, and I said, in opinion for who's a near more year or mine, or more deep or mine abroad.
Okay.
You mean, was said, Mukano Cran, and Mupia years of one so. As of one in Mukran pa. But the empress of the kind of colonel. And no more minus wedding.
Myself was 70 or can I be a TJ? Oh my God.
Massacre. Who you now point you?
Okay. All right, folks. Me the call me see I mean to me from but channel to say expose can see a basso din. Expose who they run a me bomb. A top secret blueprints uncovered the roadmap to the Danquest hegemony in Ghana. Indeed, the blueprints would also reveal the dark secrets of conglomeration of roadmap detailing an alleged orchestration of the paramount chief together with echelons in government to have state capture. Shemfuniwe and make a sense of this expose coming too close to your door. Watch this.
A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquest rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapade. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprint of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquest. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Great folks. Hana medemo we see national so say Monday. Ni na a holiday, utifi holiday by baba ne mabesom on Monday. The Frontline would hold an exclusive one-on-one with a renowned personality who is going to break the code, the reason behind the construction of the National Cathedral. He would also decode the mystery behind the death of Kwabena Boadu, former aide to the Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. And finally, he would also decode two political leaders whose rule, according to him, mark an end of occultic rule in Ghana. Who are these persons? I don't know. Stay tuned. Folks, me the see a national so program we great guys na Mami Chidom MC Ahono, Robbie X gave great production, and of course Best Mark is in CTV news editor, also came in to give us a backup. And then of course Credible himself sitting behind the machines and doing all the stuffs. And then my executive producer Yao Yamba, and then my cameraman Samson Yes, Samson, great guy. And so here my cameras in BBR to 2 years. Then online editor, Keynes, also the rest me and count. Editors at large, Enoch Kofi Edri, also director of research my program, and then Kofi Annan, great guys at Bomichidom. On Friday, we'll be here same time, 8:05 p.m. sharp to give you the weekend Frontline show. BNSMP. Friday, we're going to give you the build-up of how the 3 Takrade kidnapped girls and the saga blew out of our faces, all the way leading to the ineptitude, the setbacks and the roadblocks of state parasitas, and yet nobody was punished. Rather, somebody was rather promoted when conscience is not adding up. Folks, this has been The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist, and this is your magazine show. Yankopon Yadma. Friday will be here in services to God and country. Bye for now.